I memorised the whole of London off by heart. I got a grade 9. Let me go through the literary analysis for you. I wandered through each chartered street near where the chartered Thames is flow, and marking every face I meet, marks of weakness, marks of woe. In every cry of every man, in every infant's cry of fear, in every voice, in every band, the mind-forged manacles I hear, and how the chimney sweepers cry, every blackening church appalls, and a hapless soldier's sigh runs in blood down palace walls. But most are midnight streets I hear, how the youthful harlots curse, blast a newborn infant's tear, and blights with plagues the marriage hearse. Okay, now Blake is very critical of authority figures. He highlighted this through songs of experience, which was something he wrote, which was critical of the church. Okay, we can see that he's really critical of the army. Hapless soldier's sigh is having a toll on the soldiers, okay, and runs in blood down palace walls. The monarchy, he's critical of the monarchy, and also what he is critical of is the church, okay. He's very critical of it. Essentially, the church used to starve these little children so that they could fit up the chimneys and clean the chimneys. That's why the poem talks about how the chimney sweepers cry, every blackening church appalls. So the church, which was initially an institution that was designed to protect the people, is actually having the completely polar opposite effect, harming those that are lower down the social hierarchy, and it's in particular the chimney sweepers. Okay, in the beginning, in the first quartet, it says that everything has been chartered. A charter is again showcasing capitalism, that the rich have power over the whole of the Thames, the whole of London, since they've already chartered it out. Because a charter is essentially a grant that's given to people higher up in power. Okay, what else? Marking every face I meet, marks of weakness, marks of woe. We can see that all these people of power are having a significant impact on those lower down the social hierarchy. Marks of weakness, marks of woe. We can see that this can have two different effects. We can see that Blake is marking these particular people as he goes around London, and they can also have a physical scar as a mark, okay? Like if I hit myself in the face, I get a mark, that kind of mark. And he's also marking them as if you get a board and then you start marking it. Similar to that, it's got two meanings, and it highlights the ever-present poverty and weakness within the city. And we get a little bit of anaphoria going. In every cry of every man, in every infant's cry of fear, in every voice, in every band, the mind-forged manacles I hear. We can see that institutions like the church, the monarchy, and the army have had such a significant impact on people. They've caused a level of fear to be present within every infant, in every voice, in every band, okay? Every band can highlight the fact that there are sanctions being put on these people, okay? The mind-forged manacles I hear. Manacles are sort of the restraints, okay? So these people have mind-forged restraints placed on them that they can't think openly. They're restricted in terms of what they can and can't do, and basically these institutions are having a very negative impact on them. In the last stanza, then we can see youthful harlot's curse. A harlot is a prostitute. So corruption is a cyclical phenomenon, okay? This corruption that these institutions enforce has a cyclical phenomenon, because not only does it affect the mother, it affects the child, because the marriage hearse is an image of death, marriage is an image of life, okay? And that means that marriage is being corrupted, which is supposed to be a pure image. What can we also see? Blast the newborn infant's tear. So this harlot, this prostitute, is going to have a child, and then that's going to have a substantial impact on that child's life, and then he's going to suffer. There is an overall substantial suffering emanating from this poem.